Inside the house, my children! We continue to explore Elvira's tenure as owner of the House of Mystery, and this one's a bit lackluster. Let's take a look. For starters, for a book that has Elvira's name across it, has her face and upper body taking up the entirety of the cover, she is only in this for 1 page. 1 page! Not even a proper framing device or setup for the anthology stories. 1 shot of her in a void next to a dresser and cobwebbed lamp, which, yes, I do enjoy that part. And she tells a single pun gag while telling us about a photo of Cain she found, which we'll see later. That's it. Marketing, my children! Nobody would buy a comic called Elvira's Single Page of Mystery. The first of the 2 proper stories is also a bit strange, called Light of Day, Dark of Night, All the World Loves a Lover. Most of it is narration, or rather quotations from romantic poems and plays like Romeo and Juliet, Troilus and Cressida, that sort of thing. It shows a woman and a man traveling across the land to be reunited with each other. Taken away on the wind as a bird, floating about as a flower, splashed away as water. They are separated and find each other again. In one instance, the man pulling the woman from the shadows inside a tree. She asks if they will die again, but he can only say that he'd live 1,000 more centuries and die 1,000 more times for her. Perhaps they are the same lovers talked about in that poetry. The same 2 living, dying, and reuniting again in one form or another. Perhaps their love will end in tragedy, but they will always find some way to be reunited. I mean, I feel like things could be improved with a little more dying and murder and stuff, but that's true of any story, really. But let us turn to something a bit more suspenseful, shall we, for our second tale. It's called She Knows Someone is Watching Her. Probably Elvira. It's not like she's doing anything else right now in the comic. Christine Holloway starts noticing a man stalking her, following her around. She tried to ignore him as he always seemed to know where she was going, where she lived and worked. And then he started leaving her candy and flowers, attempting to call her and stammering out a hello before quickly hanging up. She was fiercely independent, so she tried to live her life without worrying about him. But when she started going out on dates with other men, his messages he left for her began to get more aggressive, warning her that those men weren't good enough for her. She tried to call the police, but they said that without any actual malicious action, there was nothing they could do. The man, Roy Crane, lives alone in a dirty apartment, only able to eat dinner out of cans. His poor deceased mother used to always take care of him, help him out, but she died a few years ago and he had never lived on his own before. It was at that point he decided to start stalking Christine, someone who could take care of him as before. Christine herself, finally sick of trapping herself in her apartment for 2 weeks, accepts the next call he makes and suggests that they go out for coffee nearby to chat. He eagerly accepted, and she readied herself to try to talk him down, though bringing a gun with her should it be necessary. But when Roy got home, he could see his mother scolding him from her old photo. He could hear her telling him he had been a bad boy again. He was being haunted by her voice, seeing her head in the fridge, her face on the television, telling him the same things over and over, until he promises to not bother Christine anymore. And indeed, Christine waits 3 hours for Roy to show up, and is relieved when he doesn't, walking home with a feeling that he wouldn't be bothering her anymore, but that someone was watching her. Really should have called this one Christine Holloway's House of Mystery, since she's more of a presence than Elvira. She didn't even actually do anything to resolve it either. It was Roy's mom. Roy's mom's House of Mystery. Ah!